the bright lights and pretty girls that are synonymous with Miami, Florida, the American Football League kicks off the 1966 season in the Orange Bowl, spotlighting its newest team, the Miami Dolphins. Sharing the opening game spotlight with the Dolphins are the Oakland Raiders. Enjoying every moment of opening night is comedian Danny Thomas, co-owner along with Joseph Robbie of the Dolphins Ball Club. Looks like Danny knows his football. Fans stop by for a look at TV's Flipper, who is the Miami mascot this season. And that means the opening kickoff is just moments away. The new Miami Dolphins squad is on its feet for the opening kickoff. Mike Mercer of Oakland boots it away. It's grabbed by Johnny Hour on the 5, up to the 10, the 15. The 1966 AFL season is underway as he gets up to the 40, the 50, the 40. Can he go all the way? That's Roger Bird, number 21, in his wake. He can't get him, and Howard does dive in for a touchdown.
Mercer's kick is high and long, with Hour taking it at the Miami 5. The blocking wedge is ready as Hour moves upfield, and he goes right up the middle and then moves to his left, working his way to the sideline. He's out in front of everyone, and then Bird trips him up at the 5, but Hour dives in for the touchdown. Joe Hour is a native of Coral Gables, Florida, and played his college ball at Georgia Tech. In college, he set a Gator Bowl record with a 68-yard touchdown run from scrimmage.
In the first 15 seconds of the game, he goes 95 yards. Here's the extra point by Mingo. It's up, it's in. And Miami leads Oakland by a score of 7-0. Wesley Matthews was holding. All right, a little bit later in the quarter, it's 1st and 10 on the 43. Oakland in possession. Cotton Davidson hands off to Roger Hagberg, who slices right tackle for 8 yards, running it at Johnny McGeever.
The tackle by number 47, John McGeever, the fifth-year man out of Auburn.
2nd and 2 on the 49. Splits his man to the left, right near the sideline. Here's an inside reverse by Daniels. He hits right guard for another yard. Stopped by Erlinson. 3rd and 1 on the 48.
The Oakland offense includes Cotton Davidson at quarterback, with Roger Hagberg and Clem Daniels as the running backs. At wide receiver, we have Fred Biletnikoff and Larry Todd, with Billy Cannon as the tight end. The offensive line is anchored by Jim Otto, with Jim Harvey and Wayne Hawkins at the guard spots, with Harry Shue and Bob Sevius at the tackle positions.
3rd and 1 on the 48. Cotton Davidson back to Peg. Throws. And it is complete to Art Powell, number 84, for 8 yards. First down, Oakland. Oakland trailing early, 7-0. On Hour's great run back of the opening kickoff. 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line.
On defense for the Dolphins, we have Laverne Tortzen and Ed Cook as the ends, with Tom Nomina and Rich Zeiker as the tackles. At linebacking, Frank Emanuel is in the middle, and he is flanked by Wahoo McDaniel and Tom Erlinson. In the secondary, at the cornerback positions are Dick Westmoreland and Jimmy Warren. And the safeties are Willie West and John McGeever.
That's Cotton Davidson, number 19. Throws his little screen pass, complete to Clem Daniels, number 36, for 5, 10, 15, 20, 21 yards, and a first down, dumped by John McGeever. 1st and 10 on the Miami 19-yard line.
Clem Daniels was signed by the then Dallas Texans as an undrafted free agent in 1960. He was on the active roster for all 14 games, but saw very little action. He was traded to the Raiders in 1961. Moon over Miami.
Miami leads 7-0. Long count by Davidson. Hand off to Roger Hagberg, the veteran from Minnesota. Tries left guard and picks up 3 yards.
Tackle by Tom Erlandson and Laverne Tortzen. Number 30, Roger Hagberg, is a native of Minnesota and played his college ball with the University of Minnesota, and they won the national championship in 1960.
2nd and 7 on the 16-yard line. Davidson back to throw. Looks for that receiver. Cocks his arm once. The second time throws. Intercepted by Willie West of Miami, number 22 at the 5. Up to the 10 and dumped at the 12-yard line as the quarter comes to an end with Miami leading.
Willie West was drafted by both leagues in 1960. The Denver Broncos took him in the 2nd round of the AFL draft, and the NFL St. Louis Cardinals selected him in the 4th round. He signed with the Cardinals.
Quarter comes to an end with Miami leading Oakland early by a score of 7-0.
And welcome back to the Orange Bowl in Miami, with the Dolphins leading 7-0.
As we pick up the action in the second quarter, Oakland in possession, 1st and 10 on the 27. The marker goes down as Davidson passes, complete to Clem Daniels for 30 yards. Oakland loses 5, backs in motion. 1st and 15 on the 22 now, after that previous penalty. Fancy on his feet, throws the screen pass complete to Daniels, 8 yards, and Laverne Torsen, number 88, a big defensive right end, makes the stop.
Laverne Torsen is a native of Nebraska and played his college ball with Nebraska Cornhuskers. During his career, he was a 2-time first-team All-Big 7. In 1960, Torsen was selected by the Sporting News as an All-AFL player. He was also selected as an AFL All-Star in 1961.
2nd and 7 on the 30-yard line. Oakland cheers him on from the sidelines as Davidson finds his target, incomplete to Daniels, broken up by Willie West, who's very sharp on defense.
Davidson signed with the then Dallas Texans in 1960 and was an AFL All-Star in 1961. He was traded to the Raiders in 1962, and the next year, 1963, he was once again an AFL All-Star.
3rd and 7 on the 30-yard line. Strong side, near side, draw play. Good for 6 yards to Roger Hagler. So it's 4th down.
Tackle by Willie West.
Versus back to punt. Waiting for it is rookie Bobby Neff, number 43 at the 21. He fumbles, but Wes Matthews, a rookie, falls on the ball, number 23, and their desperate try falls short. We're early in the second quarter, and co-owner of the Dolphins, Danny Thomas, is rooting them on, with Miami leading Oakland 7-0.
The Miami offense is led by quarterback Vic Woods, and the running backs are Joe Auer and Billy Joe. The wide receivers are Frank Jackson and Bo Robertson, and the tight end is Dave Kukurik. The offensive line is anchored by Mike Hudock, and the guards are Jim Higgins and Ernie Park, and the tackles Norm Evans and Maxie Williams.
The season's opener. Vic Wood back to throw. Cuts loose way downfield. Beautifully intercepted here at the 48-yard line by Howie Williams. And back down to the 16 he goes until he's pushed out of bounds by Norm Evans. Oakland's ball, 1st and 10 on the 16-yard line.
Williams was drafted by the NFL Green Bay Packers in 1962 and was a part of their championship team that year. The next year he was traded to the 49ers but was later waived and picked up by the Raiders in 1964. The ball was well thrown, and Williams made a good play on it. He eludes the tackle by Kukurik and runs down the near sideline until he is forced out of bounds by Norm Evans.
Cotton Davidson under center. They're in the whites. Angles to the right side. Beautiful grab to Art Powell. Good for 8 yards until he's dumped by McGeever. 2nd and 2 on the Miami 8-yard line.
Powell played in the Canadian League prior to being drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles in the 1959 NFL Draft. He was signed by the AFL New York Titans in 1960 as an unrestricted free agent. He came to the Raiders in 1963, and he was a first-team AFL All-Star in 1960 and 63.
Oakland on the move. Trailing in the ball game 7-0. A buck by Hewitt Dixon hits right tackle for a yard, and actually is thrown for loss by Warren, and it's 3rd and 3 on the 9-yard line.
Jimmy Warren is a third-year player out of Illinois. He came to the Dolphins from the Chargers in this year's expansion draft.
They spread wide. Being rushed. Davidson may have to run it out. He's running off now. Yes, he's running past the line of scrimmage and is finally pushed out of bounds for no gain by Tommy Erlinson, left linebacker.
Davidson drops straight back, but he is pressured by number 88, Laverne Torsen, who comes up the middle, forcing Davidson to roll to his left, and he gets outside, but he is run out of bounds by Erlinson for no gain.
4th and 3, and they're going to have to go to that field goal attempt. Mercer back. It is up It is good for 16 yards and a field goal with 7 minutes and 35 left to go in the first half. Oakland racks up its first points at 3. Miami has 7. So Mercer will kick off now for the Oakland Ball Club. Waiting for it is rookie Wesley Matthews. Grabs it at the 7, up to the 20, the 25, and finally down he goes on the 29-yard line by Larry Todd. Miami ball, 1st and 10 on the 29.
Wes Matthews is a native of Muskogee, Oklahoma, and an undrafted rookie out of northeastern Oklahoma. The tackle was by Larry Todd, a second-year player out of Arizona State.
Wood under center. Strong side, near side. Here's a handoff to R. Tries a draw, and it's a 2-yard loss until he's dumped by Tommy Keating, the big defensive tackle. And it's 2nd and 12 on the 27.
The Oakland defense includes Davidson and Lassiter as the ends and Keating and Birdwell at the tackles. The middle linebacker is Dan Connors, and he is flanked by Gus Otto and J.R. Williamson. In the secondary, the cornerbacks are Kent McCullough and Dave Grayson. The safeties are Howie Williams and Warren Powers.
Splits those ends. Short pocket. Off to the left. Intended for Roberson, intercepted by Dave Grayson, number 20, 45, at the 40, and away he goes to the 16 until he's down by Maxie Williams. And it's Oakland's ball again. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They trail Miami 7-3.
On the short drop, Wood throws quickly to number 40, Bo Robertson. The pass is on target, but he throws into double coverage and is picked off by Dave Grayson, who runs it down to the Miami 16.
Cotton Davidson, back after an injury, under center again. Throws complete near the goal line to Big Art Powell for 14 yards and a 1st down and goal to goal. 2 yards away. Stop was made by Johnny McGeever. 1st and goal to go.
The tackle by number 47, John McGeever, who came to the Dolphins from the Broncos in the off-season expansion draft.
Long count. Off it goes to Dixon. He hits left guard and he plows over. It's a touchdown for Hurett Dixon.
The left guard, 65, Wayne Hawkins, pulls right in behind the center Otto, and Dixon just follows both of them into the end zone for an easy touchdown. The momentum has clearly shifted to the Raiders.
4:58 left to go in the first half. Here's the extra point attempt, and it's good by Mercer, and Oakland now leads Miami 10-7. It'll be Mercer kicking off now for the Oakland Ball Club. Deep safety man is Wesley Matthews, grabs it on the 4, up to the 10, the 15, the 20, and finally down he goes at the 29 by Dick Jackson and Dave Daniels.
Rich Jackson is an undrafted free agent out of Southern University, where he was a 4-year starter at linebacker.
1st and 10. Uh-oh, looked like there was a man in motion. Yes, the marker goes down as Billy Joe fumbled forward on a handoff, recovered, and they're going to take the play rather than the penalty here. It'll be 2nd and 9 on the 30-yard line with Wood under center. Declined.
The motion penalty is on number 33, Billy Joe.
Wood is number 18. Billy Joe is number 33. Number 32 is Joe Auer, a native of Miami. Having trouble getting loose, finally throws complete to Auer for 22 yards. J.R. Williamson makes the stop, but on the play, Oakland loses another 15 because of face masking and the personal foul, and it's a 1st and 10 on the 34-yard line. Yep, face masking.
The penalty is on Kent McCullough. He's the second-year defensive player out of Nebraska.
Auer remains in the backfield, along with Billy Joe. Long count by Wood. The handoff to Auer. He leaps over tackle for 4 more yards until he's down by Danny Connors.
Tackle by Dan Connors, the third-year linebacker out of Miami of Ohio. He was taken by the Chicago Bears in the 5th round of the 1964 NFL Draft. The Raiders took him in the 2nd round of the AFL Draft, and he chose to play in the American Football League.
2nd and 6 on the Oakland 30-yard line. These are the Oakland Raiders against the Miami Dolphins. Backpedaling, throws a great interception here and a beauty. Oh, what a play that was by Grayson again. from the 5 up to the 20, and down he goes again with Erlinson making the stop, and it's Oakland's ball all over again. 1st and 10 on his own 20-yard line. That's Johnny Roush, the coach.
Dick Wood has been throwing into double coverage all night. By the time the ball gets downfield to tight end Dave Kukurik, he's surrounded by 3 Oakland Raiders, and is an easy interception by Grayson.
The fake handoff, little flare off on the near side, complete to Clem Daniels, no gain. Dumped by Westmoreland, the right cornerback.
Dick Westmoreland was signed by the San Diego Chargers in 1963 as an undrafted free agent out of North Carolina A&T, and was a member of the 1963 Chargers championship team. He was picked up by the Dolphins earlier this year in the expansion draft.
2nd and 10 on the 20-yard line. Back he goes again. Davidson cuts loose with a long one intended for Larry Todd, and he can't hold on to the ball. Oh, almost intercepted.
The play was defended by Jimmy Warren and Willie West.
Take a quick flash at the scoreboard. There you have it. Oakland leading 10-7 with less than 2 minutes to go in the period. This is Davidson back, completing it upfield to Dixon for 22 yards. Willie West makes the stop, but Oakland loses 15 for holding. Again, the face mask is brought into play here.
The penalty was called against the Raiders' left tackle, Bob Ceballos, for holding the Dolphins' defensive end, Earl Faison.
And it's 3rd and 24, back on the 6-yard line, and he's being chased into the end zone. He'd better get rid of that ball. It's Cotton Davidson, and he barely gets rid of it in time. Incomplete, intended for Larry Todd.
Cotton Davidson was being pressured by number 80, Ed Cook, leaving Davidson with little choice but to throw the ball away or suffer the 2-point safety.
Just in time. 4th and 24 now. They're going to have to kick that ball out. Mike Mercer back deep in the end zone. Gets it away clear. Upfield is Wesley Matthews at the 46. Good running here by the little fella, and brought down by Purvis Atkins.
Wes Matthews takes the punt at the Miami 46. He runs left where the blocking has set up and gets a nice return of 19 yards to the Oakland 35. The tackle by number 40, Pete Banaszak.
So ex-Oaklander and ex-New Yorker Dick Wood now is under center, number 18 for Miami. 1st and 10 on the Oakland 36-yard line. Good protection here. Toward the sidelines, cuts loose, incomplete, intended for Johnny Roush. Broken up nicely by Grayson.
The play was defended by 45 Dave Grayson, the 6-year man out of Oregon, who already has 2 interceptions in this game.
Really has done a grand job so far on pass interception. 2nd and 10 on the 36. Wood again being rushed. Throws broken up by Kent McLuhan, intended for Bo Roberson.
The pass was defended by Kent McLuhan. The Washington Redskins selected him in the 3rd round of last year's NFL draft. The Raiders took him in the 11th round of the AFL draft, and he signed with Oakland.
3rd and 10 on the 36. Back he goes again. Wood cuts loose. The big fellow's pass intended for Roderick is broken up by Dave Grayson, who's been all over the place.
Once again, Wood is throwing into tight coverage. He finds number 87, John Roderick, at the 15-yard line and throws the ball on a rope, but Grayson is right there to break it up. Incomplete pass.
It's George Wilson, the coach, along the sidelines for Miami. 4th and 10. Matthews holding. Mingo tries the field goal and misses the 43-yard attempt. Wide to the left. So it's Oakland's ball with 1:05 left in the first half on the 20-yard line after the touchback. Davidson back to pass. Off balance, cuts loose, incomplete to Cannon, intercepted by West at the 41, and down to the 36 he goes where Cannon makes the stop. It's Miami's ball.
Miami has a chance to get back in it.
What a wild one. What a wild one.
Davidson drops back, but he gets pressure and rolls to his right. He throws on the run and is off target, making for an easy interception by the safety, Willie West.
Off balance he throws, completes this flare to Joe Auer for 21 yards until McLuhan makes the stop, but Miami loses 15. Offensive holding. So it's 3rd and 27. You got to stay with this one. Oakland leading 10-7. Woods still in that ball game. 6'5" former player from Auburn. Cuts loose, intended for Roderick. Intercepted by Howie Williams, number 29 at the 37. And up he goes to the 47-yard line until he's stumped by Kenny Rice. At the end of the first half, it's Oakland 10, Miami 7 in quite a ball game so far to open it up down there in Miami, Florida.
Welcome back to the Orange Bowl in Miami. We have an exciting game taking place between the expansion Dolphins and the visiting Raiders. Miami shocked everyone when Joe Auer ran the opening kickoff 95 yards for a touchdown and a 7-0 lead. The score remained unchanged until the second quarter. Mike Mercer kicked a 16-yard field goal to shorten the Miami lead 7-3. Later in the quarter, Hewitt Dixon scored from 2 yards out, giving the Raiders the lead 10-7 at the half. While the Raiders have dominated play, they only lead the Dolphins by 3 points. And we are ready to start the third quarter.
Starting the second half, the Oakland Raiders lead the Miami Dolphins 10-7, and this is Mingo of Miami kicking off. Wobbled momentarily by Shue, recovered by Roger Hagberg, and up to the 35 he goes until he's dumped by Bob Knepp, a big rookie. Oakland's ball, 1st and 10 on the 39. Oakland leading 10-7.
In the second half, the Oakland offense includes Cotton Davidson at quarterback, with Roger Hagberg and Clem Daniels as the running backs. At wide receiver, we have Fred Biletnikoff and Larry Todd, with Billy Cannon as the tight end. The offensive line is anchored by Jim Otto, with Jim Harvey and Wayne Hawkins at the guard spots, with Harry Shue and Bob Sevillas at the tackle positions.
Cotton Davidson under center. Good protection. Cuts loose. Wobbles slightly, and it's incomplete to Mitchell and intercepted by Jim Warren at the 37, and up to the 40 he goes, and he's out of bounds as he reaches that particular point. Jim Warren, the left cornerback. Nice play by Warren.
This was a poor decision by Davidson, who throws into double coverage. The pass was intended for number 82, the tight end Tom Mitchell, but he was sandwiched between 47 John McGeever and 49 Jimmy Warren, who makes the interception. Warren runs to his right down the sideline until he is forced out of bounds by the center Jim Otto at the Raiders' 40-yard line.
Miami ball, 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line in Oakland territory. The handoff to Auer. Trying the near side. Sweeping wide. 5, 10. Good for 13 eventually. He stepped out of bounds. But it is a first down for Joe Auer, a native of Miami. 1st and 10 on the 27.
Auer takes the handoff going left to the near side. He's looking for a hole, but it's not there. He bounces to the outside and heads upfield, but he steps out of bounds at the 27. It's 1st and 10 at that point.
Wing tee to the left. Straight ahead goes Billy Joe, who barrels off left guard for 12 more yards until brought in by Howie Williams. Another first down. 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line. Billy Joe, formerly of the Bills.
The Miami offense is led by quarterback Dick Woods, and the running backs are Joe Auer and Billy Joe. The wide receivers are Frank Jackson and Bo Robertson, and the tight end is Dave Kukurik. The offensive line is anchored by Mike Hudock, and the guards are Jim Higgins and Ernie Park, and the tackles Norm Evans and Maxie Williams.
Under center. Norton hands off to Auer. Auer hits for 3 yards until he's dumped, and it's 2nd and 7 on the Oakland 12-yard line.
Tackled by number 74, Tom Keating, the third-year player out of Michigan. Keating was drafted by the Minnesota Vikings in the 1964 NFL Draft. He was also taken by the Kansas City Chiefs that same year in the AFL Draft. The Buffalo Bills acquired him in a trade that year from the Chiefs, and he was a member of their 1964 and 65 championship teams. After 2 years with the Bills, he came to the Raiders in the off-season.
And Miami is on the move with its rookie quarterback, Rick Norton from Kentucky. Throws down the middle, incomplete to Billy Joe, broken up by Billy Budness, the middle linebacker. 3rd and 9 on the 12.
Number 11, Rick Norton, is a rookie out of Kentucky. He was drafted by Cleveland in the second round of the NFL draft and was selected in the first round by the Dolphins in the AFL draft. He is in the game replacing the ineffective Dick Woods.
Norton still calls the numbers. Looks, angles to the right side. Incomplete, intended for Carl Noonan, the big end. Broken up by Kent McLuhan, another left cornerbacker. Fourth and 9 of the 12. They'll try that field goal with Mingo back and Wes Matthews holding. But he misses. It's a 19-yard attempt. And at 11:38, the score remains the same, 10-7, Oakland over the Dolphins.
The big news coming out of New York this offseason was the announcement in June that the American Football League and the National Football League have agreed to a merger. There are a lot of details to be worked out, but the most exciting news came from Lamar Hunt, owner of the Kansas City Chiefs.
I feel that's a league matter. I think it's beneficial to both, frankly, and very beneficial to the fans all around the country. I don't want to sound corny on that, but when you look at all aspects of this with the championship game, I think this is personally, I think it'll be one of the biggest sporting events of the year, every year in America.
So there you have it. In January, the champions from both leagues will face each other for the World Championship of Professional Football.
It's Oakland ball, 1st and 19. On the 10-yard stripe with Flores in at quarterback right now for Cotton Davidson. He wears number 15, Flores, a veteran. Upfield, complete to Art Powell for 17 yards.
Tom Flores is a 7-year player out of Pacific. He was undrafted coming out of college in 1958, but was signed by the Raiders in 1960 when the American Football League opened for business.
That was a 1st and 19 situation, and it's now 2nd and 2 on the 27-yard line. Backs tight. Throw downfield, intended for Daniels. Looked like he might have been interfered, but no. Dropped. Incomplete, intended for Clem Daniels. 3rd and 2 on the 27-yard line.
The pass was defended by Willie West.
Flores again. Looks for Daniels, and Daniels is in the clear at the 30. Up near the 40. Good for 10 yards until he's dumped by Erlinson, and it's a first down for the Raiders. 1st and 10 on the Oakland 35. They lead 10-7. Flores again angles a pass, and Hagberg can't hold on to it. Roger Hagberg from Minnesota. 2nd and 10 on the 35-yard line.
And again, the pass was defended by Tom Erlinson, the 5th-year linebacker from Washington State.
Flores doing a fine job right now for Cotton Davidson, the quarterback. Downfield. Good spot pass, complete to Art Powell for 17 yards and another first down. McKeever brought him in. 1st and 10 on the 48.
Tom Flores gets good protection and finds Art Powell down the middle at the Miami 48. Number 47, John McGeever, and 22, Willie West, are right there to make the tackle and prevent Powell from gaining any additional yards after the catch. But it's a first down for the Raiders inside Miami territory.
Tom Flores flips a nice soft one near the sidelines, complete to Roger Hagberg for 19 more yards, and Erlinson finally makes the stop. A first down for Oakland.
Tom Flores again gets good protection and finds Roger Hagberg in the flat on the near side. There's no one there for the Dolphins as he turns upfield. Erlinson and McGeever make contact at the Miami 35, but Hagberg powers his way down to the 30 for 19 yards and the first down.
Under center, Flores to Clem Daniels, hits left guard for just a yard and dumped by the big defensive end, Mel Branch. 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Mel Branch is a 7th-year player out of LSU. He was the 10th round pick of the 49ers in the 1960 NFL draft. He was taken by the Denver Broncos in the 2nd round of the AFL draft, but was sent to the Dallas Texans, now the Kansas City Chiefs. The Dolphins acquired him from the Chiefs in the expansion draft earlier this year.
Oakland leading 10-7. Flores again rolling out. Plenty of time. Looks, throws, deep, and complete to Tommy Mitchell, formerly of Bucknell. Good for 12 yards and another first down and 10 on the Miami 16-yard line.
Another benefit of the AFL-NFL merger is that in the spring of next year, 1967, the two leagues will meet together for a common draft. No more bidding wars to sign draft choices.
Flores gets good protection this time. Cuts loose down the middle, and it is a touchdown to Art Powell with 3:27 left to go in the third quarter. Beautiful play for 16 yards. Oakland goes ahead 16-7.
The Dolphins have not been able to pressure Flores on this drive. He has plenty of time to find Art Powell streaking across the back of the end zone and hits him for the touchdown. Jimmy Warren had the coverage for the Dolphins.
Try the extra point with Davidson holding is Mike Mercer. It is up, it is good, and it's now Oakland 17, Miami 7. Shortly thereafter, the kickoff, 1st and 10 on the 34 for Miami. Billy Joe gets the call and is nailed for no gain by Howie Williams, right at the line of scrimmage. Good stuff.
The play is going left to the near side. The defensive line and linebacker string the play out until number 29, Howie Williams, makes the tackle for no gain.
2nd and 10 on the 32-yard line. Norton, number 11, calling the numbers for the Miami Dolphins in their first full year. And this pass intended for Joe is intercepted by Kent McClellan at the 31. Billy Neighbors makes the stop, and at the end of the third quarter, it's Oakland 17, Miami 7.
And welcome back to the Orange Bowl in Miami. Just a couple of more details about the merger. The plan is to have the merger completed by the start of the 1970 season, with teams playing a common schedule. In the meantime, starting next summer, there will be interleague play for exhibition games. So it will be an opportunity for fans to see how the two leagues match up on the field.
Early in the fourth quarter, the Raiders of Oakland lead the Dolphins 17-7, and it's 1st and 15 on the 33. Flores back to Peg. Way downfield. Beautiful interception here by Bobby Neff, the rookie, at the 38. Look at him ride. Keeps on going until he's down to the 40-yard line by Jimmy Harvey.
Flores has plenty of time, and he launches the bomb for 84 Art Powell. But the throw is short, and Powell can't make the adjustment, and it's intercepted by 43 Bob Neff, who runs to the far side, picking up blockers as he goes, and is out of bounds at the Oakland 40 by number 70, Jim Harvey.
On 2nd down and 10 on the 40 now, it's Miami ball. Norton under center. The rookie ducks under, and he's snowed. He's blitzed. He loses 8 yards on the play, thanks to Ben Davidson's defensive work.
Ben Davidson is a 6-year defensive lineman out of Washington. He was taken by the New York Giants in the 1961 NFL Draft, but was traded to the Packers, where he played 1 season before being traded to Washington. He remained on the team until he was cut by the Redskins in their 1964 training camp. Al Davis promptly signed him as a free agent for the Raiders.
3rd and 18 on the 48. Norton again. Looks for that pass receiver. Throws what amounts to a screen pass to Johnny Roderick, number 87, for no gain. Gus Otto makes the stop, and it's 4th and 18 on the 48 of Oakland.
Tackle by number 34, Gus Otto, the 2nd-year linebacker out of Missouri, who was selected as a first-team All-Big 8 player in 1964. He was selected by the Raiders in the 4th round of last year's AFL Draft.
George Wilson Jr. back to punt, but he's going to run with that ball. This is the youngster, the coach's son, and look at him go. He fakes that punt and runs the left side for a total of 37 yards and a first down until stopped by J.R. Williamson. 1st and 10 on the Oakland 11.
Clearly, there was something in the scouting report that got the attention of special teams coach Bobby Qualston. The punter, George Wilson Jr., hesitated momentarily to allow the Raiders to drop back for the return. Since there was only one Raider putting on a rush and he was blocked to Wilson's right, he takes off to the left heading for the sideline. He runs down to the Oakland 11, where he is taken out of bounds by the linebacker J.R. Williamson.
Miami in possession. They're still in this ball game. The veteran Rick Casares, formerly of the Chicago Bears, plows through off left tackle for a couple of yards.
Tackle by number 34, Gus Otto, the 2nd-year linebacker out of Missouri.
2nd and 8 on the 9-yard line. Norton under center. Rolling out. Looks. Throws. Overthrown, intended for Joe Auer, the halfback.
Defending on the play was J.R. Williamson, the 3rd-year linebacker out of Louisiana Tech.
3rd and 8 on the 9-yard line. It's Casares back there with Auer. Uh-oh, almost lost his footing, but retains them. Still looks, uncorks, incomplete, overthrown, intended for Johnny Rutter. And it's 4th and 8 now on the 9-yard line. They'll try that field goal with Mingo back and Matthews holding. Can he make it? It's not far. It's 16 yards, but it misses. And the score remains Oakland 17, Miami 7. With 10:30 left to go. Oakland's ball now, 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line. Flores remains as quarterback, number 15. Looks for Tommy Mitchell, finds him, complete for 11 yards. Wahoo McDaniel of Miami makes the stop, but it's a first down on the 35-yard line, Oakland's own territory.
Tackle by number 54, Wahoo McDaniel, the 7-year linebacker out of Oklahoma. McDaniel was a second-round pick by the Los Angeles Chargers in the 1960 AFL draft, but was sent to the Houston Oilers and was part of their championship team that year. From there he went to Denver and then to New York. The Dolphins acquired him from the Jets in this year's expansion draft.
And off to Daniels. He fumbles. He loses that ball. They're fighting for the free ball. Watch number 86, Mel Branch of Miami. He grabs it at the 5, and it's Miami's ball, goal to goal.
The handoff from Flores appears to be a little low, and Clem Daniels can't find the handle. He tries to pick it up, but ends up pushing the ball further towards the goal line. The Dolphins' Mel Branch manages to pick it up and gets down to the Oakland 5. It's 1st and goal for Miami.
Norton under center, hands off to Auer. Hits right guard for a couple of yards, and two-team by Birdwell and Davidson.
Tackle by number 53, Dan Birdwell, the 5th-year defensive lineman from out of Houston. He was drafted by both the NFL Detroit Lions and the AFL Oakland Raiders. He signed with the Raiders.
2nd and goal to go on the 3-yard line. Here is Casares trying to find running room and gets another yard. Krakowski and Budness bring him in this time. 3rd and goal to go on the 2-yard line. Miami knocking on the door of Oakland. Fakes the pitch out. Flips one on the near side. A swing pass complete to Casares, and he's going to go in. He does. He scores. It's a touchdown with 7:09 left to go in the ball game. Miami is on the boards. 17-13 the score now. Oakland leading. And Flipper's having a heyday. He leads the cheering Miami crowd. The newest team in the American Football League pulls to within 4 points of the West Coast Invaders, and Flipper flips for joy. After every Miami touchdown at the Orange Bowl this year, this fugitive from the TV screen will put on a show. Flipper, that is. And he hopes they flip for plenty of touchdowns, believe us.
There's a little misdirection as Norton fakes the pitch and then throws back to his right to 35 Rick Casares, who is led into the end zone by 73 Norm Evans.
All right, they try for that extra point now. Mingo back, Matthews holding. It's good. Miami 14, Oakland 17 with 7:09 left to go in the old ball game to start the season down at Miami. The kickoff will be engineered by Gene Mingo. He's on the 35 now after the early penalty. Waiting for it is number 21, Roger Bird of Oakland. Grabs it on the 2, up to the 5, the 10, the 15, the 20. Straight ahead he goes to the 28-yard line until he's dumped by Jimmy Higgins, the combination tackle guard.
The tackle was by Jim Higgins, the second-year player out of Xavier. He was originally drafted by the Cleveland Browns in the NFL draft in 1964. After spending 1 year with the team, he played 2 seasons with the Edmonton Eskimos of the Canadian Football League and signed with the Dolphins in the offseason.
Oakland's ball, 1st and 10 on the 28-yard line. Flores remains in the game as the quarterback and doing a fine job. Throws a spot pass complete to Tommy Mitchell, number 82, for 12 yards. Brugger stops him, but it's a first down on the 40.
Tackle by 56, Bob Brugers, the undrafted free agent out of Minnesota, where he enrolled to play basketball, but later switched to football.
Flores again. Here's a screen pass, complete to Roger Hagberg. 5, 10, 15, 18 yards. A first down, and Willie West brings him in. 1st and 10 on the 42-yard line.
The Raiders' execution of the screen was flawless. All 4 Miami defensive linemen were drawn in, and Flores gets the pass off to Hagberg in the left flat. 3 Raider linemen, including center Jim Otto, run interference. clearing the way for Hagberg all the way down to the Miami 42-yard line. The tackle was made by 25 Dick Westmoreland.
Splits his wing to the left. Hands off to Clem Daniels. Sweeps the right side and gets 8 yards. Running it at Johnny McKeever. Nice play. 2nd and 2 on the 34-yard line.
Tackle by number 43, Bob Neff, the rookie out of Stephen F. Austin, with help from 47, John McGeever.
Oakland appearing to have, of course, superior experience. This is Flores back. Throwing again. Intending it for Hurett Dixon, but it's short. And it's 3rd and 2 on the 34-yard line now in Miami territory.
Tom Flores is a 7-year player out of Pacific. Was signed by the Raiders in 1960.
Tom Flores, a veteran of many leagues of play. Throws. Complete this time to big Art Powell, number 84, for 13 yards and a first down. McKeever's there to make the stop, and it's 1st and 10 on the Miami 21-yard line.
Number 84, Art Powell, is the 8th-year wide receiver out of San Jose State. He was a first-team AFL All-Star in 1960 and 63.
Daniels gets the handoff. Cuts back inside in and gets 5 yards running into Wahoo McDaniel, number 54. 2nd and 5 on the 16-yard line.
This is a sweep with both guards, 65 Wayne Hawkins and 70 Jim Harvey, pulling to the near side. The blocking is good enough for a 5-yard gain down to the Miami 16-yard line.
Flores again. Good protection. Plenty of coolness, but his pass intended for Mitchell is dropped incomplete. 3rd and 5 on the 16-yard line.
Number 82, Tom Mitchell, is a rookie tight end out of Bucknell who was taken by the Raiders in the 6th round of this year's AFL draft.
Flores back again. Cool as a cucumber. Throw he does. Complete to Mitchell for a touchdown with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the ball game. Oakland jumps into the lead 23-14 over Miami.
On the play, Mitchell runs straight up the field, splits the coverage and makes the catch at the 4-yard line, and then goes into the end zone for the touchdown. He was surrounded by 3 Dolphins, but no one was close enough to knock down the pass or make the tackle.
Here's the extra point with Davidson holding, Mercer trying, but it's blocked by Wahoo McDaniel, who's played a whale of a game. Oakland leads, though, 23-14 with 2 minutes and 11 seconds left to go in the ball game. Miami ball with less than a minute now as we pick up the action. 1st and 10 on the Oakland 40-yard line. That's Norton with the ball. Uncorking a long one, intended for Wesley Matthews, incomplete, overthrown. Matthews, number 23.
The pass was defended by 27 Joe Krakowski, the 7th-year cornerback out of Illinois. He was chosen by the Washington Redskins in the 1961 NFL draft, but he was cut by the team and signed the next year with Oakland.
2nd and 10 on the 40-yard line. For a kid, though, this Norton's doing quite a job, having taken the place in this particular juncture of the veteran Dick Wood. Running around, looks for that pass receiver. No interference called here, intended for Wesley Matthews, broken up by Howie Williams, and that's the end of the ball game. Oakland 23, Miami 14. Oakland shows their expected strength and opens the season with a 24-14 victory. But Miami fans can be proud of their new team, which put up a good battle during the birth of professional football in Miami, Florida.